Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we grow up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddy, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to the morning show.
It's Thursday already. You know what tomorrow is?
Friday.
Friday. It's Friday Eve morning today.
Friday Eve morning?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Tonight is the eve before Friday, which is the end of the week.
I gotta ask you guys something. So yesterday was the blue moon, right?
Yes.
I go out there, Casara Spiritual does that thing. I look up, I don't see nothing blue.
It's not really blue.
Huh?
Hands up. What you got?
Like Doug. So after class, me and Nicole, FAU has an observatorium, so we went there. So usually when I go, it's locked, but like it was a super blue moon tonight, so I was like, let's go. No, I wasn't like when Nicole was like. So we get there, we run into the professor, the astronomy professor, and he opens the observatorium up for us. Like literally, you wouldn't believe the amount of what are the odds happened in this small adventure at 10 at night. So we get there, and he explains to us the reason why it's called a blue moon is because it's happening twice in a month.
Oh, what's happening twice in a month?
Full moon.
2 full moons in 1 month.
Really?
Yes. And
that's weird.
And it's a super blue moon because the moon's orbit isn't a perfect circle, it's elliptical, so it's kind of like an oval. And we aren't placed directly in the center of that, we're kind of off to the side. So the reason why it's a super blue moon is because it's at the closest point to us, and we're at the closest point to them.
Twice in 1 month?
No, the blue moon is why it's called is the twice.
So the blue moon is the second time that it happens in the month.
Yeah.
It normally has a full moon, but then the blue moon is the second orbit. Mm-hmm. Beginning of the month, end of the month. When did it happen? Now at the end of the month, I'm assuming, right?
It was yesterday, yes.
You would need a full moon towards like the first or second of the month to have a.
And then now we have the second
blue moon. Yeah.
So the blue moon is because of what it did.
Yeah,
not because it's blue, because there's nothing blue about the moon.
Correct.
No. You know.
And I'm looking, saying I don't see nothing blue.
No, it's not blue.
Did you guys know this information?
It's going to be orange because of it being a supermoon.
What do you mean it's going to be orange?
It's going to reflect the sun a little bit better off the moon, I believe.
Really?
Something like that.
I didn't hear that either. Did you know the blue moon star?
Yes, and you know it's.
Yes.
You know the saying that they say happens once in a blue moon?
Yeah.
Blue moons are really not as rare as they say they're rare.
2037, I heard, is the next time it happens.
The second one, right?
2037.
So
for this to happen again?
Yes.
I wouldn't even see that.
Why? Where are you going?
It's over 13 years from now.
And? Where are you going to be? You know, you're on a roll since yesterday. You just got to stop that nonsense.
It's a long time.
And?
I'll be in my 70s.
Hey, Dawn, what did you say?
What did I say?
Yeah.
He's got to stop being so negative.
No, about the moon.
Oh, that when it says it happens, you know the saying in a blue moon, it happens once in a blue moon?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be so rare. It's not as rare as we say it is.
I think it's like every 18 months or something.
18 months. I never seen this happen in a month. Where the hell have I been? You've
It
It
seen
happened.
this?
This is the
Sky,
second
haven't
time
been
this
paying
year it
attention.
happened.
When was the first?
About 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
So this isn't rare.
That's what I'm saying. So once in a blue moon isn't as rare as
18
it's not
months?
every month.
Not
Once in a
18
blue
years.
You know the song Blue Moon that they used to sing in Happy Days?
No, but okay. I'm
You
with
know. You know that oldie but a goodie? Well, you guys are dropping all kinds. What's going on back there? What are they doing?
Blue moon. Interesting.
Anyway, last night I went to dinner with my kids and Ashley's mom down to Jackson's.
Oh.
Jackson's?
Last Saturday.
Were you?
Yeah.
This
Late night?
old school ice cream parlor that has not changed in
I didn't even know they were
over
open
50
at
years.
night. I thought it was only till 3 o'clock.
Packed. Packed, I tell you.
We should call them. We should go down there.
So I walk in and they sit us down. We got there before the kids, and Chuck's like, "No, I don't really want to sit here. It was too noisy. You know, they have one happy birthday, and all the alarms go off, so we go to sit in the back." And this woman sits us back. Marsh, how you doing? She looks at me. She goes, "This whole thing you got going on," she says, "you're just beautiful in your clothes and your jewelry. I just love the way you look."
Who's this?
Marsh, the lady who sat us. Then she looks at Chuck, and she's like, "You're lucky to be with her." I'm like,
Well, I
pretty
wanna go to-
much.
I wanna go
and
to
I
this
went,
place.
pretty much. And he just looked at her.
So she's the owner?
No, she sat us down.
You
Marsh.
should call Marsh.
I
and
should call
put her on
Marsh
there. Let's
and
call
put her on
Marsh.
the air.
Let's put her on the air. Hey, Marsh! Let's call
I feel
her.
like it was like a movie. Like when I saw your husband, I was like, I see like he's like the really cute, like he's the doctor.
He's a nerd, but you were like the really beautiful like girl you saw at college. Like I feel like you were like the really pretty girl in the movie. Like you're like, cause you're really pretty. Like you're stunning. Like
Thank
the way
you.
you dress. And I'm like, yeah, Chuck is lucky to have Dawn.
That's what Marsh said.
Where did you, where,
We
where
saw-
did you
we-
see Chuck?
We saw him at the JC Dreesen show. We didn't recognize him. He was like, you know who I am? I was like, no.
No.
And he was like, I'm Dawn's husband. I was like, oh, okay, hi. He's like, hi.
We don't let him out much.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, that was dinner last
Chuck, I
night.
didn't say that. That's all
That
her.
was dinner last night. The place
So what
was
did you
packed.
have?
Me, I had a half a sandwich, and then there was like, I watched the whole place turn over, and we were waiting for ice cream.
You went
waiting
over
to
there for
order.
half a sandwich?
And waiting to order. Now, Ashley had never been there.
You're
So
kidding.
she pulls up and she's all the carnival lights and the merry-go-rounds. And I guess Ashley's kind of an introvert, which I don't even realize. So she saw this and she like went into this panic mode of, oh my God, where are we going? And then every time they serve the kitchen sink, you know, the alarms go off, the lights go off. And she like couldn't take it anymore.
That's what I get, the kitchen
Her
sink.
nerves are like fried, but their ice cream is good.
Was the kitchen sink like a giant bowl of ice cream or something? Like what's the kitchen
It has
sink?
everything in
I
it.
think it's about the size of this table. Did you go and get one recently? You went Saturday night.
No, because it was like $20 per person. for
Is
the
it?
for the kitchen sink? Yeah. No, we just got basic. We just ate basic dinner and then had a milkshake and that was it. It was nice there.
Aw.
I've never been there.
It is.
Inside, it's pretty cool because
so
they have
cool.
all the old school signs and everything and all that.
It's been
Place
around for
hasn't
years.
changed since I
Years.
was ever. I've been going there since for 50 years. Hasn't changed.
Last time I went there was 2011, 12.
It's exactly the same.
There's a place like that, not specifically like that, but the inside, it's called Dixie Bar and Grill in West Palm Beach. And once you go inside, they have old school lunch boxes, old school guitars, everything hanging from the roof. It was
That's
so
cool. It's Bambino. Have you? I don't think we took them to Bambino's. It was before this crew.
I didn't even know when we went
Yeah,
to
we
Bambino.
went to Bambino's. It was the ice cream place and the pizza place all in one. Next behind the girls
Oh, yes, yes.
and the
yes,
boys.
yes.
We went there.
Yes.
We go to have lunch and ice cream, and Bailey goes, "Oh, can I go to the petting zoo?" And then off she runs to the bird store
I didn't
somewhere.
get to go that
Was the
day.
petting zoo?
In the
Bailey.
back.
It wasn't that. It was petting. It was that Bailey disappeared into the petting zoo.
And the other one disappeared to the birds.
Yes. Then we had another one,
Sanctuary.
Kira, who ended up at the bird sanctuary.
And we couldn't find her. She was with the birds.
You guys were their parents, and they were like, "Oh no, we lost them."
I was like, I imagine
I
taking
love
Bailey and
birds.
Baxton out for ice cream and pizza.
I changed the whole concept of that trip. But that place is also a throwback to old bubble gum and licorice and all sorts of stuff.
Say that word.
Licorice.
What?
Licorice.
Licorice.
What's it called?
Licorice.
That, licorice. Licorice.
There's not a W.
There is in my world.
Licorice.
I'm never going to remember. It's lick something.
You guys, how do you say licorice?
Licorice?
Licorice.
It's licorice.
Thank you.
Licorice.
That's why all of
Licorice.
you are in college.
Grace, how do you say licorice?
You're telling me how to say it.
How do you say that? Those-
Licorice.
How do you say it?
Licorice.
Licorice.
So today's name of today's show is how do you say licorice? Licorice.
You're not very nice. Didn't you see what your horoscope said yesterday? Oh, you guys missed your horoscopes yesterday, by the way.
We're gonna get some new ones. So we're driving in last night, and this egret, 11 o'clock at night, walks in front of the car. Aren't they supposed to be asleep?
No.
What's an egret?
It's a
Big
big,
white bird.
but it was
Oh.
blue. I think the blue moon
Blue
turned my
moon.
egret blue. And in front of my car walks. I'm on the phone with Chelsea, and she says, "Oh, that means change is coming, Mom, when an egret walks in front of your car."
That's not.
Ever heard that?
I hate
But the
an
egret wasn't
once.
white.
The only
It
change was his life.
It had a blue head. I've never seen a blue, but because it was the blue moon is what I decided.
Maybe you were
On way too many
hallucinating.
meds is
Yeah,
what
too
they're
many
telling
meds.
me.
That's right.
Way too much ibuprofen for
Rambling
me.
Jane, as they call it. Rambling.
Royce's mom looked at me. She goes, "How's your mouth doing?" She goes, "Doesn't look like it feels so good."
Because she wants to feel that she's
Change
still
it.
dentist.
She's still a dentist.
Who's that?
Royce's mom,
Oh, she's a dentist?
She's actually a dentist, but she couldn't.
So why'd you go to Royce's mom?
because she doesn't practice in the United States.
She
She's
don't
a
need
dentist
to
in
practice.
Turkey.
She's perfect.
That's a good one.
But
That's a good one. What else is going on with you guys? You're back. Chelsea's back.
I am back. I'm trying to like get like here earlier and do better. I've realized that the traffic now is ridiculous to get here, especially since there's
What
more.
time do you leave?
I try to leave by like 8:30, and like it should be taking 45 minutes to like an hour to get here. But the traffic, even to get from like the mall to like the road to get to where I need to go.
Where are you coming from?
Miramar. It's like an hour drive.
You leave at 8:30?
I try to leave at 8 to
You're-
8:30.
Yeah, but that's the height of the traffic.
Yeah, I feel like I have to start leaving at 7:30 or something to like beat
Not
it.
7:30. Leave before 8 o'clock, and you'll be here by 8:30, quarter to 9.
What time does class start?
Some days it starts at 9:30, and other days it starts at 11. So today it starts at 11. So that's why I leave at 10:30, come back at like.
Do you
12
guys
back.
show up to class if it's a 9:30 class at 9:29, or do you show up an hour earlier to get your mind set?
9:28.
See, I tried to get on time to class
8:30.
yesterday, but not only was there traffic, there was no parking in any of the parking garages. So I had to park across the street and like book it to class, and I was still 30 minutes late.
So you don't go in earlier to get your mind straight, ready to rock and roll?
Antonio's like, no.
Some professors, they get there at 9:29.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
matter
alright.
him. I'm more concerned about how you guys prep for.
I think we're like 10 minutes early. Just like I get like my stuff set up, like my iPad, like my notes, just so I can like get set up. But on the walk to class is when I'm like, all right, I have to go sit at this for 2.5 hours. You get to like just answer questions.
2.5 hours.
Yeah. See, I should have done that.
What did you do?
I skateboard, so I get there in like half the time.
You,
skateboard
where?
from Miramar?
No, I skateboard like from like when I took out my car, I skateboard from there to class. So I get there in like less than 2 minutes to my class. So I get there fast.
You skateboard.
I skateboard, yeah.
She's resourceful. That I got to tell you. Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
You know, you could put a golf cart, hitch it to the back of your car, unhitch it, go to class, and hitch it back to your back of your car.
The
I
white
already
one
used to
has, they have
skateboard here.
scooters. They have like electric scooters, or like a lot of people at FAU have scooters.
Oh, that. What about those little things that I got one for Gio and Freddy, and it's electric.
The
and
razors?
Razors. What about
Yeah,
a
those are
razor?
everywhere. Like,
You should get a razor.
Oh, I would so get a razor.
That way you don't have to walk.
You would see me whipping it around.
I'm thinking of getting razors for everybody in here.
Please do. Please
Except
do.
that you guys are probably running each other over.
Oh, wait, or like roller skates. Oh, I wouldn't.
You wanna
mess
wear
up-
roller skates
I would
in here?
mess up some roller skates in here.
I said that to Trippy. I go, get your roller skates on. She's like, really? Let me go get them out of my car. I'm like, no, that was metaphorical for what we're going to be doing today.
We should have them wearing roller skates in.
Duh.
With the
there's
marble.
this one
Yes,
guy at
ma'am.
FAU.
Freddy,
Yeah.
Yes.
yesterday, a certain someone
Oh, okay.
made Nicole late for class.
What happened?
What you do? It's you.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
She's saying you made her late for class.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
What do you think
What
she's
did you
looking
do?
at? She's looking at you.
Why did he make her late for class?
What did he do?
I'm not positive. I think he made a pollo.
Oh yeah, we went to go get lunch.
They're like, her class starts at 6.
Oh, that's not my fault. She's decided to come with me. I told her to drive separate.
Oh.
Where'd you get? You had lunch?
Yeah, we just went to Pollo Tropical.
At what time?
6.
5:45.
Are you
And she
really?
came back here
Yeah,
and she ate.
kinda. We went to another spot, then came back here.
And then she ate. And then she left to go to class at 7?
Something like that, yeah.
So sorry, Grace tells us FAU has a whole production class, I guess, of singers.
No, she didn't say that. She said a production. A production, and they're looking for the singers.
Yeah, they have a production company. So if you're like a singer, you can go in and like get signed with like FAU Records. It's called like Hoot Wisdom.
Sorry,
gonna ask to
sing.
play
Maybe
your
they would
songs on the
sign
radio.
you.
Sorry's not gonna go in there. Sorry won't even sing over here. Yeah, I had to look. I lost the finger. I only have 4 fingers.
4 fingers?
Yeah, I had to give one up. I had to sing.
Oh my gosh, you're hilarious.
But Megan may go over there. Interesting. I want to talk to them.
Absolutely.
So it was a good thing for Nicole because it took our teacher came in late, but we also had to spend like the next hour and a half, 2 hours actually setting up.
Wait a minute. You were in Nicole's class?
Yeah,
So you knew she got late because you were sitting there waiting?
yeah, I was texting her.
And Nicole knew that the teacher was going to be late, so she got there at the right time and you were there early.
She didn't know the teacher was gonna be late because I didn't know the teacher was gonna be.
But wasn't Alex your TA?
Yeah, and so when he left yesterday to set up, I was like, okay, that's whatever. That's what TAs do. Get there, ain't nothing set up, man. I don't know
He
what
left early.
did.
He left at 3:30 to go set up for 6
I
o'clock
don't
class.
know
He was
what
looking for the
he did.
school.
We spent half that class setting up.
What were you setting up for?
We had filmed our news packages, and we were supposed to do the anchor bits and then also watch them through.
And what happened?
We didn't have sound. We couldn't put it on the TV. We couldn't really figure out.
But isn't that what Alex is supposed to do?
You would think that.
Can we go over
'Cause I
to
literally-
FAU and teach these classrooms?
What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you that?
Well, I want to become a professor,
First
so
of
that's
all,
why
you
we go
can't-
over there now.
No, you can't do that because you can't. No, you can't do
I'll be a
that.
TA.
No, you can't do that. You can't undermine the professor.
He could become a professor, though.
It's all about delivery. You can't undermine the school. What you can do is assist and say, listen, we would like to do a presentation. So you can't say, your TA sucks. You can't do that.
You can't say that, but you can go. You could become a professor, though.
He wants to be a professor.
No, we're all gonna go. And we're all gonna go teach the class how to properly do this.
So,
Hook
We
that.
So what
just-
happened?
there are students in that class that are part of Owl TV, and they know that system a little better, so we're trying to figure it out.
How'd it work?
No, we had to get a different screen to hook the HDMI up so we could see what the other TA was doing on the TriCaster, because whatever his name is, left.
Alex.
Yeah, he left
Alex doesn't know how to use a TriCaster.
near the beginning. He's supposed to learn. That's like his
Does
whole
anybody in
thing.
here know what a TriCaster is?
Bro, that thing's so cool looking.
Anybody know? Josh, you know what a TriCaster is? You know how to work it?
No, because we
What's a
don't use it.
TriCaster?
We don't have one because we don't have $15,000.
So what's that?
It's, everything that you do in Studio A, guys, and everything you're doing here?
Yeah.
Imagine one machine. You hit a button and it does everything.
Such as?
Sound.
Switches camera sound.
Everything. It's a mini production company that's used by NBC, CBS, ABC, all of those guys. When I first came into the business, it was 15,000. Gio says they've come down to about 12. But a TriCaster, I would just go to see it and watch somebody use it because it's complicated. You know how I tell you have to have third chair? TriCaster needs an engineer to sort of coordinate because you're going to be so focused on what you're doing. We do have a mini TriCaster. I've tried to talk my partner in here into getting one, which will allow us to do what you did at the movie theater with one box. Everything's isolated with one box and a mixer. But it's, let me tell you, it's production. It's how they do the basketball games and all the TriCasters they use. It's fantastic.
We also had a teleprompter, and I got to use it. It was fun.
Good. So we have one.
We have a
And guess-
teleprompter?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. So guess who's going to teach the class? Josh knows how to use it.
Okay.
So Josh and
Our
Garcia?
teleprompter isn't the same as yours teleprompter.
Well, it doesn't matter. A teleprompter is a teleprompter. The only thing with a teleprompter is, and thank God Nikki was here because you have to sort of have the right speed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have the right like program. There's a teleprompter program too.
I
to,
love
like-
it when people says, "Oh, I gotta have a teleprompter." You put it on there, and goes, "I can't do this," because the camera's right behind the teleprompter. That's different. Back in the day, I had this cam and a teleprompter underneath, and Linda used to type it, and she would do the control thing. And it took forever to do a set, man. Forever, because you're going too fast, you're going too slow, and then how you read it. My name is Jill, because the words are so slow. So you have to
Speed it up.
Yeah, but it ain't easy. I hate teleprompters.
The way we did it at school, we have one, like you said, it's like when you're reading, you're actually looking into the camera. But we would have someone in like the box doing it, and he would move it based on how fast we were talking. So you like didn't even have to think about like whether you had to speed up or slow
Because
down.
he knows how to use it.
Yeah, I
Now-
loved it.
Now the real people use a sensor, and the
Yeah.
sensor is on your eyes. So as you're reading it, you dictate how fast it goes. Your eyes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
The one way you have it, it has a remote.
Yeah.
It's just the guy couldn't use it at the same time at reading for whatever reason.
Because he's not used to using it.
Okay.
It's like anything else. I keep telling you guys, if you take apart everything that you do, these big monster machines that they have at FAU, TriCaster and stuff, you can actually teach them how to use it, but you're going to teach it to them in parts. You know, the vMix is a wonderful tool.
Sorry, how'd your presentation go then?
It went well.
You got it
Yeah.
hooked up?
Yeah.
What's your news segment? What
You
was it on?
sound so happy.
Well, no, because we didn't have sound.
You never guys did get the sound hooked up?
No.
Why?
They tried to get speakers from downstairs, and because this class is in the student union, so they tried to get it from the student union, and the speakers they got weren't working.
And the screen wasn't working.
Yeah, we had a
Why
big
didn't you
TV
call
to put 'em
Josh?
on. What?
Why
Why
didn't you
would I call
call
Josh?
Because he knows how to set it up. You see, what you guys don't understand is when you see it and you think it through, you'll know how to make it work. The TriCast is no different than the tank. The soundboard that we have, no different. And you'll see it. And what they did is they have a bad connection either on the computer, because if you got the leads in correctly, it's got to be a setting. Did they ever figure it out?
Not for that, but they did kind of for our videos, because when we got to get them so we can actually watch on the TV, we had to send it to one of the Apple computers and just hook the HDMI up to that. But the audio on all of our videos was low, and they figured out that it was a setting on the TriCaster.
You mean it's a setting on the
So do you have
TriCast?
it on an MP4 so we can see it today?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's on a Google Doc.
All right, so we should play it today and let's take a look at it.
So we can see you in action.
We should get Nikki's also.
I edited.
You edited
Yeah.
on Canva?
No, not on Canva. On
No, she
Premiere.
used a computer.
She
'Cause
used
I can-
Premiere? Because you can.
I
She's
can
my
edit on
Premiere.
Canva.
You learn how to do Premiere. You were using my computer, right?
Yeah, I know like kind of a couple things on Premiere.
Nice. So we get to see it today.
So let me ask a question. Let me ask a real stupid question. So you got one. I already have one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in here that they don't have their own show.
Yeah.
6 people. So why don't we start telling them you gotta have your own show?
That's what we
Josh
used to
did
do.
it. Josh
Absolutely.
has to hang out, and he has the NFL pack. We're gonna do the NFL stuff this year.
Yes.
I would like to do
They
a
keep falling over
sports
over there.
show in here.
You're going to be on it? You're going to
You're
create
gonna be
one.
on it to learn how to do your own, because everybody here has to come up with a subject matter. You gotta do the open, the close, the rejoiners, and everything else. See, the problem is when you go to school and you pay somebody to teach you what you already know, you're going to end up saying, damn, why am I teaching them something I could be
Like you?
teaching them?
Look, he's like, what?
Huh? I'm just telling you, you will be able to teach them by the end of the semester what they're trying to teach you. You'll
Like
be
when
way
you
ahead
did
of
your
them.
presentation this week.
The delivery in this business is everything.
What do you have for next week? What's the assignment?
I got to do black and white photos for my photography class. and then we don't have class Monday because of Labor Day, so I have to do a like this video presentation. I didn't know if I was gonna do it in here to kind of put it over the top or just record on my phone.
Ah, do it in here and
Do
put it over
in
the
here,
top.
Put it over the top. Make everybody part of it.
Yeah, I probably will.
Before we guys enter, you guys want to do some Gen Z slang?
Yes,
'Cause
let's
got
do
the-
it.
Gen D slang.
Gen Z
This one's gonna be fun.
Gen Z
This one's gonna be fun.
We're gonna slang it out. I'm gonna tell you, I used one of those words the other day, and a lady threw her shoe at me.
What word did you use?
Something I shouldn't have said.
What
did you
say?
I don't remember, but it was the one that you did last show. And
I
was
said a
at
lot.
Public. No, I was at Walmart, and I said, "Excuse me," and I said the
Fruity?
word. She took a shoe.
Netflix and chill?
Queer?
Huh?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill.
No, it wasn't that one. No, it might have been food. I don't remember what it was.
Coitus. I was trying to explain.
So I have to be careful how you
Committing
use this
coitus.
Yeah. All right, let's see Gen Z slang. Thought.
I know MILF, so we'll
Is MILF
pass
what
on
we
that.
think MILF is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll on that one. Mother. What's mother? Mother.
Mother is a woman who's like has an entity, like she's a goddess, like she's giving mother, like Anne Hathaway is giving mother. She just has this like presence about her,
Where
like
the hell do you get
like
this?
we said like Dawn, you're giving mother, like you just are somebody like
No,
like
Dawn
a
is a
woman.
mother.
She's a mother, but some people who are not mothers give mother.
No,
like,
I mean,
like,
she's a mother.
like goddesses are
She's
like
a mother.
mothers,
Own the goddessness.
like mother. Like Angelina Jolie is a mother. Like different people, women who have such power status, but you just feel like they're like their
Intimidating.
power. They're not
No, they're
intimidating in a
intimidating.
way.
Yeah,
they're
they're
intimidating in
intimidating.
like their beauty, the way they
No,
style.
not intimidating.
No. How would you?
Do you think a beautiful woman is intimidating or a beautiful woman is not intimidating?
I don't
Simple.
think they are. Like if you're pretty, like everyone's like beautiful. So like if you are, you are. So it's like
So a woman can't be intimidating because of her beauty?
I
feel-
personally don't think so.
I feel like if they're more imitating, they're more beautiful.
Yeah.
So intimidating goes first and then the beauty?
Yeah.
Not the other way around, beauty first and then that makes you more intimidating? I know women that use their beauty to get anything
Yeah.
and everything.
It's taught.
That is what?
Yeah, it's like people like we're taught like we're already taught like
Or
Like
you
you-
were taught this?
No, we're
You
like
know
a lot.
this?
No,
Is
no, a
that
lot
what
of
you
women
do?
are already taught like just use what you got. Like if you're like a beautiful, like
That's
if
what you
like
do?
if the will of the world is like you dress really pretty, you get
That's
stuff.
what you do?
Then get stuff because you're beautiful. Like
That's what you do?
no.
So how do you know all that?
Like I'm a girl. I
You've
know
been
the way of
observing?
the world. It's like when you were serving and she like you just flirt a little bit. Like if you know men are just gonna like fall to your knees if you like give them a little flirt. Like do that.
I gotta tell you
We're
guys,
strong mentally.
I gotta tell guys this. You guys, when you go to a restaurant, take a pen with you. And whatever the name of the waitress is, not the waiter, the waitress, write her name on the table. Like if her name is Jane, write Jane on the table, right in front of you. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me.
Okay.
They always love that.
I don't. I,
Yeah,
You just go to
because
a
it has
Chili's and be
paper
like,
or a napkin.
Jane.
You get the paper
Or
on
you
it.
take a napkin. It has to be writable. You know, you can't do it on a wood table.
I can tell you, I went to a restaurant once, and my buddy wrote his phone number and his name on the check for the waitress and all that. The waitress didn't even come and pick up the check. It was the manager that came by. That was an older lady who came and picked the check up. I was like, ooh.
Did anybody ever call her?
Uh,
But the name on the table, way to go. They love that because number one, they feel, that you know the name. So you call them by their name. Don't say miss. Don't do what I do. Yo! Call them by their name, and it's all about that whole setup
I
for
think
guys.
of one thing that would be better than having my name on a table if they leave like a 20 on the table.
Well, you're going to have to follow that up. Do you leave 20% tip?
Actually, it's 15, 18.
Yeah, I'm a really generous tipper, just because like I know
What
like,
if the
what they
service
go through.
sucks?
Yeah.
They don't come back and give you a second glass of water.
I always leave like at least 10, but if they're really good, then I just keep upping it.
I went to IHOP yesterday, and they know me, and how was the show? And I have to give them the whole rundown. It's really funny that you walk into a place, everybody knows your name, and I always got to leave this guy 20. As a matter of fact, they write it on the check already because they know I'm leaving on 20 tip. They already
20%
know.
or $20?
20%.
You should leave 20%.
I do, but no. But the assumption is normally you're supposed to write it in. It's already there. She wrote it in yesterday. It was Alice. She says, "Freddy, how are you?" So It's nice. It's nice to go to places, and you know the service is always a little extra.
All right, so what's the next one? We had mother, and then we got dad.
Yeah.
Older man?
It can be.
What about your same
Like
age?
the Golden Bachelor,
Who's the guy with the mustache? Blue
Tom
Bloods?
Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Pedro
I'm
Pascal is
He's got no
daddy.
more. He's got no.
Pedro Pascal, like hot men who are maybe a little bit older.
But let's talk about regular men. Let's
Like
not talk
25
about
to like no,
actors.
I'm not talking old.
Not
I'm talking like
actors.
I'm talking like 26 to like 40, like that range of like men.
You would
Richard
date
Gere?
a 40-year-old?
No,
So what the hell?
but
are
I'm
you-
saying I know when they're attractive. I'm like that's a daddy.
That just
26,
makes no sense.
26
daddy.
is too young.
To be a daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, 30 to 40.
So what is it,
I would
daddy?
think like 40 to 60.
An attractive, like somewhat older man. No,
Would
that
you date an attractive older man?
it depends how old I am. If I'm 20,
How old are you?
if I'm 19,
19.
if I'm 26 and he's like 36 and he
Wow.
has money, like why not? I'm
So
tryna-
you wouldn't date a 40-year-old attractive man?
It depends how old I am.
You're 19.
No, if I'm older, if I was like 26, I would date a 40.
You're not 26.
Well,
you're
like,
19.
But at 19, no, that's weird. Why is a 40-year-old wanting to date me in the first
Because
place?
you're the one highlighting. He's a hot
No.
man.
I could.
What about Richard Gere?
What about him?
He's a good
I wouldn't
guy.
date him.
I would date him.
Hell, I'd date Tom
Tom
Selleck.
Selleck?
like Idris Elba. He's a daddy.
It doesn't.
Michael B. Jordan.
You
He's a
guys
daddy.
make no sense.
Like his attractiveness.
But you don't. You guys don't make no sense. You wouldn't date an attractive man. So why would an attractive man even be on the radar? Why would you consider somebody attractive?
Like they're just someone just look.
I don't know. Everyone's attractiveness is different. Like if you're hot, you're hot. It doesn't like you. Doesn't matter
hot,
your
you're
age.
hot.
If you're hot, like you know what I'm
She's
saying.
honest.
Would you date a 40-year-old woman if she was hot? French
milfs?
Jolie.
Milfs.
MILFs?
Milfs are.
What's in the pit of
I
your
would-
stomach?
I
They're
believe
good.
within the pit of my stomach, his answer is yes.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
I just want to see
All
how he
older
gets himself
women?
out of it. He says no. Would you date an attractive older man, 40, 50-year-old? If he was a hottie?
50?
50's pushing it.
I would like 35, man.
If a 50-year-old came up to you, a man has a life, he has
50-year-old could be
plane
her
and everything
father,
else.
though. That's when it gets
I
kind
don't
of
care.
wonky.
That's age of my dad.
That's
So
kind
what?
of weird.
It's not weird?
It is
very much
weird. If you
depends
date
on
someone
his
that's
bank
old enough to
account.
be your parent,
Also
that's kind of
facts.
weird.
But it happens
he's
every day
rich-
in Hollywood. And he's rich.
If he's
And
rich,
famous.
it's more.
But you would date a rich or famous guy. You just wouldn't date a 50-year-old broke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he was
exactly.
rich,
So you
and
guys are in
I
it
know
for
I'm
the
getting
money.
taken care of for the rest of my life. I
So
don't.
you're in it for the money.
She's like, yes.
In another life, like,
You see
and I
this?
mean another life, if like a really hot 50-year-old man who had like a nice Rolex on or like something, absolutely I would bag that.
You would what? You would bag it?
That's another word. I would bag that.
So now, hold on. So I'm going to put you on the spot. You're dating somebody now, right?
Yeah.
So what happens if Mr. 50 picks you up in his plane and says, come on, I'm going to take you to France? What you
Well-
going to do with your old man?
I'm taken.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Well, don't blink so hard when you say it.
Take the boyfriend with you. Are you crazy? Do it with both of you. Yeah, this is an investment.
Sorry's got away.
It's like those like
Sugar daddies who like I'll just give me some of your company, like nothing sexual, and like I'll give you money, like kind of that thing. Like you can still date your
So
boyfriend.
let me get this right, 19-year-old. You're going to get, the guy's going to give you everything he got. You ain't giving him nothing back.
Yeah, companionship. It's a thing. Like they just want to go on dates
Moving
and
on.
talk to you,
That
and
ain't
they
gonna
give you
happen.
money.
Look at his face.
Guys don't do companionship.
Yes,
I
we do.
guess.
Yes, they do. Older
From a
men.
distance.
Really?
From a distance.
So can
Talk
you be
to
friends?
you later.
Would you be friends with a young, hottie 36-year-old
Absolutely.
just as a companion?
Of course.
Okay.
I don't care. But I know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen? They're going to want your money.
A 40-year-old is going to come along and move it to the side. That's on her.
What about if a young hottie wants to go out with you for your money?
What money? I said, you got some. I said, yeah, I'm loaded. Watch out now when the truth comes out. Watch out now.
That's why they all come after you.
Because they think I'm loaded until they find out I'm not. Then all you hear is crickets. Cricket. They're all gone.
All right,
Would
the
you
next-
date an older woman?
Depends on what you define older.
How old are you?
25.
50.
No.
No.
What about a hottie swim model?
That's 50?
Yeah.
No.
35?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't date a hottie who's 50 and seduces you like Mrs. Robinson?
Mrs. Robinson?
That's a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Really?
I would question like,
Why?
yeah, like,
Why?
why do you want me? Like,
Yeah.
just because I'm
Why
young.
would you question that? Because
I
you're a
don't know.
hottie.
Yeah, but
What difference does it make?
I feel like you just like me because I'm young. You know
Okay, well, that's part of it. You ain't old.
what I mean? Yeah.
So maybe she likes young, vibrant men.
And he likes to
Nah.
be like-
You would question,
I'm
really?
good.
Would you do a 50-year-old hottie?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you guys?
Some people are
Honestly,
hot.
I'd probably go all the way up to like 70.
Would you do a 50-year-old hottie?
Of course.
Okay, I just
The
realized.
money and the look and just the money.
Just for the fun of it, I'd probably go all the way up to
Lady
70.
Would you do a 70-year-old hottie?
She got a plane? She got money?
She got money.
Absolutely.
Where's
I'm
the
on.
money?
She
Girl,
got moolah
and
moolah?
You'd go up.
I go to the 90 if she got money. Because she barely gonna
Rita
move.
Moreno, she's 92.
She's my type of, I worked for Rita
I
Moreno.
know, you would, yes.
I worked for her when I was in my
She would
30s.
love you.
No, she didn't like me.
I just
She
realized.
doesn't have money. She's just like,
Then I'll give it to you.
Just a
Because
hottie.
obviously you're not gonna date her.
Raquel
so-
Welch, just a hottie.
Whoa, watch out now.
I realized.
Raquel Welch, I would have dated just to be her bodyguard or the limo driver. Raquel Welch was always a bucket list because she was gorgeous, and she was a mean woman.
I don't think
Rita
so.
Moreno was mean, is mean.
What's the next one? MILF? MILF is what we think MILF is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Literal. It's just like, that's just like not, like, no. Like, if you're wearing a dress and since he's like, this is good, I was like, that's not it. Like, that's just not for you. It's like, it's just a not, it doesn't look good.
Do you know back in the day, that's not it had a different implication.
That's not it.
It's a sexual implication. Back in the day.
Every song in the 70s apparently had a sexual implication,
Well,
and
this
I
one,
missed
that's not
that
it.
whole thing out.
That's not it, man. She didn't hit the mark. That's not working. That's not it.
Or was
Back
it
in the day.
Oh.
Something didn't work. Something was short. Shorty. Not
Dissatisfied.
not finishing, whatever you want to call it. But that's not it used to me.
That's the thing, huh?
You don't remember that?
No. All right, what's the next one?
Thought.
Thought.
With the hoe.
Yeah. Like a worse hoe.
It is an acronym.
Thought.
For.
Yeah.
That hoe over there.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
hole over there.
Thought is
T-H-O-T.
T-H-O-U-G-H-T.
No, this is
T-H-O-T.
O-T.
Yeah.
That hoe over there.
Wow. Who came up with that?
But I feel like
It
there's
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I feel like there's
Yeah, a lot
a
of people
difference
don't.
between getting called a hoe and a thought. Like a hoe's a hoe. Like if you get called a thought, then you're like a bad hoe. You're
Can
like
you
a
use that
hoe.
word in a sentence?
What, a hoe or
What,
thought?
hoe or thought?
Thought.
Thought?
That's
Look what
not
that girl's
sentence.
wearing. She looks like a thought.
Say that again?
Look what that girl's wearing. She looks like such a thought. Or like that girl's a thought.
Yeah. It's like a more
That boy likes thoughts.
like,
You can
yeah.
use it. It's like an adjective.
Like, you
Wow.
use hoe,
They
like,
know
hoe
this
can
word.
be like,
But hoe is a negative connotation.
It depends on how you're using it. And if it's with the girls, like no, you, hey, hoe, like, be a hoe. Like we're
Yeah,
for
you
you.
girls always call each other hoes anyway.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
you
your
do
hoe
it in
era.
a loving.
Affectionate.
And it's affectionately. I was like, you do you, girl. You be a hoe. But a
Or they
thought-
use the B word, Mike.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they don't mean it negatively.
No.
No, it depends once again, because you can
So
call.
hoe is just someone who's sexually active?
Yeah, like they like to sleep around, like to have fun, and I'm like, I'm not gonna judge you. You live your life, girl. Just be safe and don't get an STD. You know what I'm saying?
Can you be a fake thought? You act the part, but you really aren't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you
So
dress,
what
if
would you
you
call that? A
dress,
fake thought?
A tease.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
if you dress provocatively,
But you're not getting any. It's just like what?
You're not giving any,
Like-
not getting any. You can get all you want. You're not giving any.
No.
That's okay too.
You're not giving any?
Yeah.
You're not getting or giving any.
You can, but then don't listen. If you don't want the vampires to come at night, don't dress the
That's
part.
not true. You can dress the way you want. It's just if that other person has their misconceived notions, then
Yeah,
that's
but
on
if
them.
you dress the part and you got all the vampires that come out your way, don't complain. I mean,
Why?
because you're
No.
worrying it for the attraction. and
Not
Not all the
necessarily
time. Not
true.
to have some girls just like to dress hot and sexy. They're not
Why?
trying to because they want to feel that way because it's also
But
a
they
feeling
feel
internally.
that way when they
That's
look in the mirror. You go out in public, you're gonna have every vampire come out.
Sometimes you just
Wait
want to
till
feel
you
good
have
for
your
yourself.
daughter. Wait till you guys have your
And
kids.
I will make sure she's taught about safe sex and to love her body the way she
And you're
is.
gonna cover her up, or you're
No,
gonna tell you
I'm go-
wear
I'm-
nothing? She wears paisleys, and you're gonna be okay with that?
If she's an adult, like I'm not gonna like if you're 18, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like
You
you're
have
an
to
adult, you can make your own
protect her.
decisions. Yeah, but
Against all the
I feel
vampires.
like I would raise her enough to be like, if you think you can just wear this like for a costume thing, like go ahead, like.
You go to a club and you're dressed a little revealing. And somebody tells you, you should change. You ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm
But
like,
What
why
are
are
you
you
gonna
club
telling
do
me?
is
it?
different than walking around town.
You
and
gotta
you're
walk
dressed
to
for
the
work.
club. You gotta walk out of the club. You gotta walk to the bathroom. There's a lot of walking that occurs in the evening.
But that's when.
and it's all
yeah.
dangerous.
You should
True.
see concerts. Like I saw this one girl, she just had tape on.
I went to concerts. She's on this buffalo guy on his show. She was naked. And everybody kept saying, "Can we take a selfie with your girl?" He says, "Sure, man." What?
I always support hot women. Always. Like I'm a supporter of women's rights and wrongs.
Which is cool. But the problem is that bad things happen after midnight. You ever heard that saying,
Yeah.
nothing good ever happens after midnight?
I gotta tell you, bad things can happen any time of the day.
If you dress the part and problems happen, you have no
I
one
don't
to
know.
blame but yourself.
No,
I'm
you
not
can't
gonna
blame
go
what
there on
someone's
air, but-
wearing because people can wear anything and stuff happen. But
You can
if a girl
wear-
feels nice in what she's wearing, like you shouldn't like it shouldn't matter. Like she doesn't have to like
You can
want
wear
it.
anything. We've been on shoots. And what do I tell the guys on every shoot? What do I
Always
tell
watch
them?
the girls.
Always watch the girls. And we had a shoot in Fort Lauderdale, and it got to that point where the guys came over and said, "We got a problem over there." You remember that? It was all the way down to Fort Lauderdale. One of the girls was obviously leading it on because she was dressed for the part.
I don't think that's true.
That's
you
not how
can't
that
lead someone on
works.
because you're dressing some way. Like some girls just
Thank
like to
you.
dress hot. And that's like if you think they're like that seems like your problem. Like she
So when
dressed
the
herself.
Neanderthal comes up and is creating a problem,
I
whose
feel
problem?
like you're doing.
But whose problem is it? Is it her problem or is it?
It's his
his
problem because
problem.
It's
why
his.
why
And when he makes it her problem, what do we do?
like
I feel like you're doing men a disservice with that thought process.
It's not a disservice. I like to stay on the side of caution.
I can
Because
understand
what
that,
are you gonna do if it gets out of hand?
but it's not like I don't think Josh or Alejandro would ever do something like that.
I'm not talking about Josh and Alejandro. I'm
Who's
not,
Alejandro?
Oh my God, I did it again.
Antonio?
Antonio.
but I'm not
He
talking
calls you
about.
Anthony.
I'm not talking about the guys in here. I'm talking about the guys out there. I'm talking about the.
Those
Yeah,
are the,
I feel like-
but wouldn't those be the problem, not the woman?
It is until they make the woman's problem. Come on, you've never gone to a deal where you see somebody is dressed hottie and the guys look okay, but then there's that one idiot that steps forward and gets stupid. Either he's drunk, he's high, or both.
Yeah, because I feel like you can think of like one or two ways. Like girls, like we know what we're putting on can like draw attraction to us in certain parts of our body. So like I feel like for girls, we're like not willing to let it happen, but like we know it'll happen. But it's like you said, like it's that one dude that doesn't know how to act right or like how to control himself that then makes it an issue.
Okay, so let's take it one step further. So you're with your boyfriend,
Yeah.
and some stupid guy gets stupid. You think your boyfriend's not going to intervene?
I know he would. We were at a tail.
Okay, hold on. I know he would. So let's keep going to the next level, and then it escalates.
Yeah.
And the guy has boys, and the boys are only going to see the interaction between him and your boyfriend. And your boyfriend is you and him alone in the spot.
Mhm.
You don't think it's going to have a problem for him? For him. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You can answer this a million ways you want, because I've been there. I've seen it. And it goes sour fast. And people get hurt. Some people die. So it isn't so much about the clothing and the look. I get that. But it's about if you're not alone, if you're with another guy and the guy gets stupid and he starts interacting with your boyfriend and his boys come over, what are you going to do? You're going to put him in the spot by himself?
It's a very specific scenario.
Because it's happened to me.
Me
It has happened
personally,
to me.
I'd be there riding right next to him. Like if you go down, I'm going down with you.
I had a friend of mine call me and his boys because he was locked in a bathroom because that scenario occurred. And we had to go down there in 2 cars to get him out of there. And I'm telling you, it happened at Roseland in Manhattan.
I get your point, but I feel like the moral of the story is it's never the girl's fault for what she's wearing because the girls can literally just wear whatever they want. It's not like the other person's fault that they're feeling the way to come up to them. Like point blank, like girls can wear whatever they want. It doesn't matter like if the guy feels like, oh my God, she looks so like beautiful, let me come up to her. Like she can just be wanting to look beautiful for herself. Like every day you can come in, you can dress very modestly and look beautiful, or like barely wear any clothes and still feel beautiful. It doesn't matter which way girls would want to dress. It's like it's their business, and you shouldn't feel like it's an obligation because she's dressing that way that you have the right
But
to come
that's
up to her.
okay. This is not about rights. You can wear anything you want. You can act any way you want. Sometimes the way you act is worse than how you dress. That isn't the question here. The question is accountability and consequences.
For who? Whom?
For whomever is involved. Now, he could have told her, you know what? Do what you got to do and walk away.
Okay, what if I'm dressed and we're on a gig and I'm dressed because you and I are on a shoot, because that's who we are? That gives a man the right to act
I
stupid?
didn't say it gives him a right.
So what is that? Because
What
I'm
I'm
dressed
saying-
for work,
what I'm
or I'm
saying-
being nice to an interview.
What I'm saying that you have to weigh out what's going to happen if you dress and there are Neanderthals in the room. And every room has a Neanderthal. But them,
So I always have you with me.
but them dressing is different than you dressing because they're young. And a lot of guys think
I
that
disagree.
the younger they are, they think they're more vulnerable and
No,
they
because
want to be
older
the one.
men, these daddies, act
Yeah.
dumber than the young guys who wouldn't do it. I think
Wow.
the older men who have money and they think they can
There's like an entitlement.
Yeah.
feel they're
Yeah, but
more
older
entitled
men
to
ain't gonna
approach
come-
me than they
Yeah,
would
but
approach
that, a
them.
one-on-one situation could be handled. Older men ain't gonna have boys waiting in the back acting.
Well, I don't know the boys' situation. I've never heard such a
I
thing.
feel like nowadays, like because there's more education, like obviously there's some younger boys who are going to be dumb, but I feel like most boys now are very much more hyper aware of how they act against women and
How
how
old
women
are
are
you?
dressed. I'm 19. Like
You
the
let me
friends,
know when
like
you're 21 if that's true.
no, but I have
No,
coworkers.
you let me know.
Other coworkers, and they're so like.
How many clubs do you go to?
I don't go to clubs.
Okay,
I want
so
to.
when you do, when that happens, we'll have this conversation.
I know, but I'm
What do you
saying
think,
they're still
Josh?
very
Because
respectful.
all the stories I've heard, it's the guys attacking the women. So why would it be the woman's fault?
I didn't say it's the woman's fault. I'm saying
But that's what you're saying.
You-
You're
that's what you're
saying it's
a
insinuating.
women's.
firecracker explodes when you light it, right? So you need a flame. And what I'm saying is when a woman dresses a certain way, you have to be careful.
No. The men have to be responsible for their own actions.
Good luck with that.
That's too bad. That's the.
It isn't too bad if you're the one that has to answer the bell. It is too bad. Now, let's say you're going to go up against a guy who has 20 guys around him. What are you going to do? It happened to me one time in a bar. Michelle and I were in a bar, and this guy acted stupid. And Michelle looked gorgeous.
Oh.
Michelle looked really good. And it happened to me that the guy takes me outside, and there were 15 guys out there. And I said, okay, well, you know what? Bottom line is somebody's going to go down with me. May not be him. It's going to be him.
That-
One is going to go down.
That's
One
up to God decide what will happen to them then at that point in time.
What happened that time, this was at Bowling Land. It's a true story. And what happened that day is my boys showed up. They came in cars. We were going to go bowling that night, and that's when it happened. And after that, we learned a lesson.
I don't think that happens anymore.
Okay.
Then,
Whatever you
shall we
say.
wrap this up?
Whatever you say.
We
Just
got
be
through all of
careful.
them? Yes. Just be careful.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good morning, everyone. More controversial topics coming up on the midday show. Have a great morning. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't